This video will show how to identify common factors and highest common factors of certain numbers. So if a question gives you two numbers, 12 and 36, and say, find the common factors of both these numbers, it's asking you for the factors they have in common, the factors that they both have. So step one is to simply find the factors of one of the numbers. So let's pick up 12. I've written them out here. It's 1 and 12, 2 and 6, and 3 and 4. Because 1 times 12 is 12, 2 times 6 is 12, and 3 times 4 is 12. Once you've done that, you then go to the factors of 36 and write them out. 1 and 36, 2 and 18, 3 and 12, 4 and 9, and 6. And you'll notice that 6 is on its own. It's not in a pair. That is because 6 times 6 is 36, but you don't count a number twice in factors, so you can only count as one factor, so we just leave it as 6, and it means that 36 is a slightly unusual number in that it has an odd number of factors. So it's got 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 factors, whereas more often than not numbers such as 12 have even numbers, 2, 4, 6. And if you wanted to know why, if you think about it, it's only going to be the square numbers that have an odd number, because they have a factor that is times by itself to equal it. Right, so we found the factors of 12. We found the factors of 36. So to identify the common factors, very simply, common we mean both. So what factors do they both have? What factors do they have in common? And if you look at both of them, you'll see that they both have 1 as a factor, and in fact all numbers will have 1 as a factor, because all numbers are divisible by 1. They both have 2 as a factor. All even numbers will have a factor of 2, because they are divisible by 2. 3 is a common factor. 4 is a common factor. And lastly, 6. And this is one that I missed out on my last sheet and my last video, and thanks to Sophie and Logan in my class who pointed that out, and now I'm correcting it, so well done to you too. So yeah, the common factors, I'll write them in order: 1, 2, 3, 4 and 6. They have 5 factors in common. Well, they share these factors between them. Then it's very simple now to work out the highest common factor, because the highest common factor is very simply the largest factor they have in common. So you look at your common factors and you work out the highest number, which is 6. Doing this with my class, the common mistakes were made when they were working out the common factors and they didn't write out the factors individually of each number. They just tried to do it all in their head, which means they didn't have it out in front of them, and they just made a silly mistake, missing out, for example, the 4s or the 6s. The other slight mistake someone made was trying to find the common factors of just one number. Well, this is impossible. You can quite easily get stuck. It has to be 2 numbers that you're finding the common factors of. Otherwise, it just completely doesn't work. Just to recap, both the 12 and 36 are composite numbers because they have more than 2 factors. So 12 has 6 and 36 has 9.